Right here.
B'chodesh Nisan, in the month of Nisan, Mitzuyim are found Mispar Sugi and Yanim, a number of topics. In Yanim, She'em Midoraisa, some things which are commandments from the Torah. Midrabanan, there are also some things which are commandments from the rabbis. Like we said, eating matzah is from the Torah. Eating the moror, the bitter herbs, is from the rabbis. Minhagim, there are customs. Dipping, leaning over. Me'ikar Chodesh Nisan, but the main thing of the month of Nisan in general is the month of Passover, the holiday of Passover, Chag HaPesach. Kefisha Gomorrah Masbira at the Mishnah, Be'echad B'Nisan, Rosh Hashanah L'Regalim. There's a Mishnah in Rosh Hashanah, and it says that the first of Nisan is Rosh Hashanah, the Rosh Hashanah for holidays. What does it mean? It means the Regel Shabo, the holiday which is in the month of Nisan, namely Passover, Pesach. Uba Pesach b'miyuchad mitzuyim esugim amorim ta'oraisa d'Rabbanan and minhagim. So in one way, the richest of the holidays, of all the holidays, is Pesach, because Pesach is the holiday. That's the beginning. That's the birthday. That's the main one. Everything comes from that. The Rebbe also made a thing that people should make for bring-ins or parties, whatever it is, for on their birthday. Make get-togethers on their birthday, because the birthday is the day you're brought into the world. That's the that's the main thing. Here we are in the world. Same thing, the Jews, when were the Jews brought into the world? On Pesach, they came out of Egypt. If it wasn't for Pesach, they'd still be stuck back there in Egypt. It says, if God wouldn't have taken us out, we would still be in Egypt. The Rebbe asked the question, how could that possibly be? It was over 3,000 years ago that we were in Egypt. And that time, Egypt had a lot of ups and downs. The Rebbe said, no, but if the Jews were there, it wouldn't have had any downs. Any place where the Jews are found, the place always succeeds. Any country where the Jews are, the country succeeds more than others. As soon as the Jews are expelled, the most striking example, of course, is Spain. Spain used to be the center, Spain was like America is now. As soon as they kicked the Jews, expelled the Jews, then the thing just went down. I think the only thing they have in Spain, they have like a castanet over there or something. A bull, they kill a bull. Be'ever haya kayim minag shalifnei Pesach hayu sholchim rabbanim. It used to be that the rabbis would send matzah labali batim to their people. Marechas matzos, they would send matzahs, 6 matzahs to 2 families. The 6 matzahs for the 2 seders. In other words, the rabbis, they would be the ones that would worry that the matzahs would be kosher. They would be the ones that would worry that the matzahs would be kosher and the people would get matzahs. They would have enough matzahs for the night of the seder. The matzahs would be proper. Or at least 2 matzahs for the kazayas of matzah, like it says, the matzah empty. The reason for this custom is Yetzirat Makar Hachnasa Larav. One of them was that people would pay the rabbi for this matzahs. They would pay. The rabbis were usually poor people. The congregation was usually poor. This was a chance where the rabbi could at least make enough to provide for himself. The rabbi, he was one of the few people that couldn't work. He had to learn Torah all the time, and he had to be open to the crowd all the time. And people didn't pay him. Everyone would, the rabbi would worry for these mitzvahs, that everyone would have matzah. Commandments, commandments on the night of the Pesach Seder that a lot of people don't know about, or that they're not able to do. Therefore, therefore the rabbis would give to the house owners, to the heads of the families, so that everyone for sure would do the mitzvah, and they would have matzahs, and they would have moror, and they would have everything. Says the Rebbe, Mipnei Ta'amim Shonim, because of many different reasons and many different places, Titbatal Manag. This custom has been changed. The rabbis no longer supply matzot for the heads of the families. Why? Nowadays it's maybe more plentiful, more right, easier to buy. There's more kashrus. Masharutzini lamir. What I want to say is like this, says the Rebbe. Ki hineni mavakesh. I am requesting. Lo v'lu yisharei chayil ayiti mitzaveh. And if I had the power, I would even command people. Lahanik shum minag sherabanim yishluchu matzah shmur lebali batim shalem. I would like to start this again. That all of the rabbis should worry and send matzah, at least 2 matzah outside of Israel, to each one of their congregation, the heads of the families. Ki im kol mi sheyesh lo hashpa rav, not only the rav, but also anyone who has any sort of standing in the community, the shochet, the sextant, the caretaker in the shul. If he knows somebody, im yesh lo mishu shekasher yishlach lo matzahs yishtamesh, if he knows he sends matzahs to somebody, he'll use them, then you should send it to them. Do it. To send matzah, and it should be round matzah, and it should be hand round made matzot. Send it to people. You know anybody that needs matzah on Pesach?
So I know somebody. I'm not going to say names.
Don't have to say any names. I asked you to say a name.
Yes, I do. I know some people. Not all people, but some people. I know someone he really needs.
So that person, you should worry that person gets a matzah.
God willing, he does. And for his kids.
Good. Then you give him maybe 3 what?
Zach willing.
Yeah. Zach willing. God willing. God wants it for sure.
Willing.
Now the question is if you want it.
Yeah, I do.
Good, then do it. Davka mitzad shmura, it has to be matzah. V'ulay al yadei alafim Yisrael. And maybe by means of, when we talk about titkayim, but by means of this, there will be done this mitzvah of eating matzah. Hundreds of new Jews, maybe even thousands of Jews. They will do the mitzvah of eating matzah like it should be. And they'll do it behidr. And the places that they make seders, like in hotels. So if so, the ones who are organizing these seders, what do they call it? Communal, public seders. It's understood that these people should worry that everyone has kosher matzahs to eat. Don't try to scrimp money. Like in that video you showed me, a joke, right? A kilo of matzahs costs $20, something like that, maybe more. No, much more. A kilo of matzahs costs like $30, $20, $30, right?
200 shekels a kilo, right?
200, then it's more. Okay, so it costs $50, $50. But if you get not kosher matzahs, you can get it for $195. You can get it in Kmart. Yeah. So save a little bit of money and get the cheap stuff. And it says the Rebbe, no, it's the opposite of the whole holiday. What are you even doing the holiday for? You're doing it because God wants you to. So that eating matzahs the way God wants you to do it. Do what? So the matzah, but people don't know what. So the rabbi knows, and the rabbi should worry that everybody gets, what about the money you put in? Don't worry, God will give you the money back. He'll give you the money back. I have experience in that, and it works. Gadolam, milas, segulas, and mitzvahs matzah, because the mitzvah of matzah is very, 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 very important. Like the Zohar says, that matzah is the food of healing, and it is the food of faith. Matzah. Matzah heals the body and the soul. Bahari Emunah, faith is the foundation of all of the commandments. In fact, faith is the foundation of life itself. Ki kiyum mitzvot kafiyat tzorich bahidur. If you want to do the commandments in the way that they're supposed to be done, or even a little bit more beautifully. Yitain chayus v'kiyum haTorah b'mitzvot b'kol hashana. This, if you do the mitzvah of eating matzah properly, this gives life and happiness into doing Torah and the commandments the whole year. Says the Rebbe, it should be blessed everyone. It should be a year of health spiritually, and automatically it'll be also a year of health physically. That's what happens when you eat the matzah. But it has to be kosher matzah. So if you are a rabbi, or you have any sort of now everybody's a rabbi. If you learned a little bit of Torah, so you have, and that's the word Rav means. Rav means somebody's big. You're bigger than somebody else. You have an obligation to help that person fill the mitzvah of eating matzah. And that's what we have on Shabbos HaGadol.
So he wouldn't say that. He's not trying to say that matzah is the bread of poverty here. Matzah is something the opposite of poverty.
Right. I know your joke is that it's a poor bread because it costs so much and therefore it makes you poor.
I wasn't making any joke.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
We love eating matzah.
Yeah.
We don't think of it as poor stuff.
That's right.
32% is a kilo.
Okay.